Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another makeup releases video or whatever this thing is called. I don't know y'all, it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening and you're real tired, so we just gonna go with it, right? So I know I said that these were gonna be bi-weekly, but the Dom herself has dropped a mothership. So I came here straight after work to talk to you all about it. And I'm here for a good time, not a long time, because I need to go to Walmart. And I don't like to go to Walmart after hours, so I'm trying to make this quick. But I wanted to talk about the new Pat McGrath palette. And there are a couple other releases that have come out that I thought, let's have a quick conversation on it and how I'm feeling about it. So if this is your first time watching me, hi, welcome, I am Jamila. I love all things beauty, I love all things makeup and skincare, and I especially love sharing my tips and tricks for how to find high-end and luxury beauty products at bargain prices. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I would absolutely love if you would consider subscribing and joining the fam. Okay, I'm gonna scooch over to the side and we're gonna talk. Okay, so per usual, you know we're gonna be starting with makeup on my radar. That's my girl. Jamie is who I go to for all of the makeup releases. So let's talk about it. Talk about it. Now, Patricia, Auntie Pat, Tanty Pat, Mama Pat, whatever you want to call her, has launched her mothership. This is mothership number 11, y'all. Okay, let's be real. We knew it was going to be pink. Once I saw Pat start with the teasers was pink. The packaging was pink. It was going to be a pink palette. On a reel, it looks like Utopian Dream Part 2 or Divine Rose 5. Am I mad at it? No, I actually find it quite funny. Like, I stopped being mad at Pat like 3 pink palettes ago. At a point, it was irritating, it was annoying. But here's the thing, right? We asked Pat for color. She gave us the colorful Mothership Mega, and we didn't like it. So what y'all really want? Because when she gave us color, y'all didn't want it. And now she's back to her pinks, which clearly are selling. And y'all mad too. Am I gonna buy this? Of course. It's a mothership. It's Pat McGrath. I am not paying full price for this though. That's what's not gonna happen. Y'all know that from the jump. I don't believe in paying full price for makeup. And we all know Pat McGrath is on sale every other Friday. Plus Tuesdays and Wednesdays in between. So don't pay full price for this. You'll get this for 30% off, hell, even 40% off at some point. And given the reaction that I'm seeing from the general public to this, my assumption is that this is going to go on sale a lot faster than we think. Even if it doesn't go on sale during her next sale, Black Friday is right around the corner, y'all. So, just hold your horses. It will be on sale. Do I think that this palette makes sense? In some ways, yes, because her last palette, Mothership 10, was Moonlit Seduction. So the fact that this is Sunlit Seduction kind of makes sense in terms of like, oh, okay, we did the moon, now let's do the sun. What I was a little bit confused by is that I see the sun as more orange-yellow than pink. So I expected it to be more orange-yellow than pink. And the shades here are quite pink. Is this dupable within her own line? Without a doubt. Absolutely. I am interested to see what those Blitz Astral shades are going to look like. Because quite frankly, these swatches don't make them look that special. And typically her Blitz Astral shades are what make her palette. So I wonder if it's just the imagery of this. Because we all know that Pat McGrath's photos are heavily filtered. I have never seen a Pat McGrath palette look the same in pictures as it does in real life. So I think that there is a question mark about what this is actually going to look like on the eyes and in person. On a real, y'all, I'm not mad. Like, I'm really not mad about it. I know some people are extremely pissed. I know some people are like, come on, Patricia, this again. But I personally find it funny. And I also think that Pat gets a lot more hate than she should. So I'm not going to add to it. Like, this is what sells. This is what people want. And if it's been working for her, then you go, sis. You do what you do. I will say that there are 3 mattes in the palette. Most of this is shimmer, so it's a very shimmer heavy palette. Was that normal? I don't know if that's normal. So you only have 3 mattes. I love the depth of them. I love that deep, rich chocolate brown. It looks delicious. And then we have 2 kind of mid-toned mattes. One is definitely a more brown, and one is kind of like peachy pinky color. Not peachy, a pinky color, pinky mauvey color. So I think that works well, and I like the depth that she chose for it because it means it's going to work perfectly as a transition color for me and my melanated sisters and brothers. So, yeah. I didn't come here to bash Pat at all, y'all. I honestly could care less. Because I know it's gonna go on sale. It's a Mothership. It's permanent in her line. I'll get it for cheaper, and it's gonna be gorgeous, and it's gonna perform like perfection. Because, I mean, Patricia is the queen of eyeshadow. There's no ifs or ands about it. But yeah, there's that. Anyways, let's keep this moving, and let's talk about some other products because there's other things that's coming out as well. So Clarity Cosmetics, you all know that they are revamping their brand and they're giving us smaller pan sizes, which I think we've all been asking for. So the Croc palette is going to be coming out in a mini format. I don't know what the price is for it, but it'll be available this Friday at 10 a.m. CST. It looks beautiful. Oh, they're also releasing the mini mermaid or mini so mesmerizing and the mini cobra. I think that this is good for folks if you don't have any of their palettes and you wanted it, but you didn't want the giant pan sizes. I feel like I've been afraid of buying Clarity and Give Me Glow because I know they have similar formulas and I don't like the matte formula from Give Me Glow. So I'm not particularly interested in this, and I'm not really interested in buying anything if we're being frank. So it's not just Clarity. I don't need nothing. Oh, and I forgot to talk about this, so going backwards a little bit. In addition to the Mothership, Pat McGrath is also releasing an eyeshadow primer. Why Patricia didn't have a primer before? I mean, her entire claim to fame are her Motherships, right? So I'm surprised that I have now recognized that Patricia did not have an eyeshadow primer. I kind of want to try this because I want to know if this performs like every other primer, or if this is special and, you know, specific to her eyeshadow formula. Especially because, you know, Pat's Blitz Astral shades are hella flaky and will fall out everywhere. Like, you will just be covered in flakes. So I wonder if this will be a good primer to help grip that so it doesn't leave residue. Sparkles everywhere. So I kind of want to try this. It's $32. Not at $32. Oh, no. I'm not paying $32 for an eyeshadow primer. I want to try this, but this needs to be at least 50% off because $32, Patricia has lost her mind. Apparently, though, it's supposed to increase eyeshadow wear up to 24 hours, reduce creasing, and blur the appearance of texture. And this only has 0.16 fluid ounces for $32. No, ma'am. Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, so Sydney Grace, y'all know the Sydney Grace Christmas in July sale is coming. It is happening. And as a part of the sale, in addition to sort of, you know, specific products being at a reduced price, they're also releasing a couple of new palettes. So the first one that they're going to have is this one called... is a neutral one called Love's a Journey. It's going to come in a light and a dark version. It is a stunning neutral palette. Ooh, this is beautiful. So it looks like there's a warm row, a kind of green olivey row, and then a cool toned row. Which is nice. I like the versatility of that. And I always love that Sydney Grace creates a light and a dark version. So... that is so pretty. I'm such a sucker for a neutral palette. But anyways, the other palette that they will be releasing is called Heaven on Earth, which is delicious in terms of the teal, blue, green shades. That will be mine. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. So it's going to be available and it's going to on the 27th. Is that it? Yeah. Oh, so on the 27th of the Sydney Grace sale, if you spend $60 or more, you'll actually get the Heaven on Earth palette for free. But if you want to buy the palette by itself, it's $52. That is not bad. Spend $60, get a $52 eyeshadow palette for free. I mean, that's not bad at all. So yeah, that's actually a pretty good price. And I'm going to assume the Love's Journey palette is also going to be around that same price as well. Let me know if you plan on shopping the Sydney Grace sale. Y'all know how I feel about Sydney. Love the eyeshadow formula. I think it ranked second in my rankings that I did with Cara for like the last 2 years. And I'm still obsessed with it. The Sydney Grace formula is Chef's Kiss. Y'all know we have Tracey on the lips, and Tracey is coming back. So I'm going to be stocking up on my Tracey because y'all worked hard to get me Tracey. Whenever I was wearing a lip, and people asked me what I was wearing, 95% of the time, it was Tracey. And I am running low on Tracey, as in I am scraping the sides of Tracey. So I'm glad that it's coming back because I've been obsessed with this lip color. Do we even need to talk about this? Morphe, who is surprisingly still around, and Meredith Duxbury is releasing, it looks like an eyeshadow palette and then a face palette combo thing. Isn't she the girl who does pump like 10 things of foundation and rub it all over her face? Right? I don't have TikTok. I have no idea who she is, if I'm being honest. But the eyeshadow palette is 35 pounds for $34. Now, in terms of value, I will say $34 for 35 pan eyeshadow makes sense. It's less than $1 a pan. But nobody needs an eyeshadow palette that large, one. And did Morphe improve their formula, or is this the same Morphe formula pre-bankruptcy? Is it bankruptcy? Whatever they went through. Let me know if it's the same formula. But I don't want this. Y'all don't want it either. Okay. Colourpop think we stupid. Colourpop literally sat down and hit copy and paste on their avatar collection and stuck some Naruto stuff on it. Tell me I'm lying. Because if I were to squint and have my phone from far, far away, I would think that this was Avatar. No. I mean, and y'all know I don't like the Colourpop formula, so this is not going to be an issue for me, but I'm just thinking, this is just ridiculous. Come on, Colourpop. Let me know if y'all plan on getting that. Okay, so Sonia G has released a new fundamentals set. It has, what is this, 6 brushes. These are all face brushes, and the set is going to be $365. Ooh, that has me sweating a little bit. That's a lot. It's beautiful. I love the handle. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. These are natural hair brushes. I just don't have the luxury of buying $400 brush sets anymore. I never did. I don't know why I'm saying anymore. I never had the luxury of buying $400 brush sets. And I especially don't have it anymore. So I think it's beautiful and I will love it from afar. But I will stick with my collection of brushes that I currently have. And my little Refa brushes, which is what I could afford with my budget right now. Because I want to travel and do other things. Just saying. So Chantecaille, what are they? They're releasing their Wild Mustang collection. It looks like it's a set of highlighters, or these are eyeshadows. Single eyeshadows that cost $56 each. Need I say more? If you have $56 and you want to buy some eyeshadow, let me point you to the Sydney Grace palettes that we just talked about. Because $56 for a single shade is asinine. And not even a multi-chrome. A shimmer. And a basic shimmer at that. I have a lot of feelings about Chantecaille, but we're just going to keep it moving. And we're going to move right along to another brand that I'm not especially in love with either, and that is Miss Charlotte Tilbury. She has some beat sticks. I'm going to assume that these are blush sticks. I think these are reformulated. Or just back. She says they're back by popular demand. They're going to be $39 a piece. And apparently they're supposed to be for cheeks and lips. I have no idea what this is. Never used it. I don't think I've ever really heard anybody rave about it. It looks a little sheer from some of these swatches. From these swatches in the promo pics. But I don't know. It also looks a little shiny. Ooh, I don't like that. No. No. Not into that. Okay, let's talk about this. The Trixie Cosmetics release. I actually saw them sneak peek this, but I did not see the actual reveal. So this is the first time I'm seeing this. So they have cream bronzer sticks, which are going to be $16 each and available in 6 shades. I like $16. I like that very much. I do not like the shape of these. I think it's very hard to apply that because it's a hot shape. I wish it was just like a triangle, maybe like you know, just a regular stick, a pencil. Why the heart? That being said, I do like the shade range. This is a nice shade range. It's a very evenly distributed shade range in terms of how gradually things get darker. With the exception of the jump between shade 5 and shade 6, that's a bit of a leap. Like, there could have been 1 or even 2 more shades in between that. That shade is quite a jump, in my opinion. But for the most part, I think this is a pretty nice shade range. I'll give it that. I am probably somewhere in between. I'm probably in between 4 and 5. Closer to 5 now that it's summertime. Yeah, I'm probably a 5. Which, and when I realize, and here's the thing. Here's how I know a shade range does not go far enough. When I am the last or second to last shade in the range, it's not going deep enough. Because I am far from deep for me to be the second to last shade. See what I'm saying? So, if my shade is either the last shade or the second to last shade, you don't have enough shades. That's how I measure it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's how I measure it. Okay, moving along. So the Bella, oh, it's restocked. So the Bella Beaute Bar Smoky Glam Palette is back for, no, that's a pre-order. That is not a restock. It's back on pre-order. And it will ship in 10 to 12 weeks. I don't do pre-orders no more. Unless that pre-order is a week, 2 weeks tops, fine. 10 to 12 weeks is 3 months. No, I can't do 3 months. That's, no ma'am, I am well past the pre-order stage of my shopping journey. If you don't have it in stock, you don't get to take the money out of my bank account. Hard, firm line of joy. I can't do it anymore. I've been disappointed and I've been burned before and I'm just over it. Ooh, I'm gonna skip by these Tammy Tenuka things because it just makes me sad that we cannot shop her brand because it is absolutely stunning and is such a unique brand on the market. Clé de Peau has some quads. I didn't even know they made quads, but that's also because Clé de Peau is out of my price range. These quads are $110. So I can't afford that. I could barely afford the Tom Ford collection I have now, and that's only because I was getting on 40 to 50% off at the CCO. But I'm not paying $110 for 4 shades. If you have $110 to burn, buy the new Isamaya palette, buy you the Pat McGrath Motherships, buy you anything besides 4 shades. That is ridiculous. Okay, Sephora has some new favorites kits. These look fine. I will say that I've always appreciated the value of those, but I'm not picking up any of those. I only like to pick those up during the Sephora VIB sale when I can get an extra discount on top of it. Moving on to the Give Beauty Blush Duos. Doesn't this look like Viseart? I feel like these look like the Viseart Blush Duos that just came out. I don't know if Give is going to last very long because I don't hear anybody talking about the brand. I'm not interested in the brand, so, you know, good luck to them. But these don't tickle my pickle in any way. Why did I say tickle my pickle? We're just gonna keep going. So Fenty has a new lipstick in the new color Pink Limousine. This feels like it's very Barbie, which I feel like a lot of brands are capitalizing on the whole Barbie trend. Is it me? Am I the only one that could care less about this Barbie movie? Like, I was never really a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. No, but for real, I was never a big Barbie girl, so I don't feel any kind of special connection to this movie. And I don't really care to watch it. Like, if I see it, I see it. But I don't want to have to pay $50 to go and watch it in cinema. Is it that good? Let me know if you've seen it and if it's worth it. If it is worth it, I will consider it. But it's not exactly at the top of my to-see list. Okay, let's go back to the Sydney Grace Christmas in July sale a little bit because I want to give you guys a couple of details on it. So in terms of the sale, they have, 4 new releases. The Love's Journey palette, the Heaven on Earth palette, the Raspberry Kiss palette, and the Mad About You brow, which I'm assuming is a brow pencil. So that would be kind of dope, or a brow gel. That would be interesting. And then they have their mystery bags. I've always appreciated the mystery bags because with it you usually get some eyeshadow, maybe like a highlight or a blush, and a lip product, which I think is a great way to try a lot of things from the brand. That's how I ended up with Trixie. And look, Trixie's changed my life. So I'm always excited about the mystery bags. Now, the sale is broken down by there's a different sale for each day. So the sale actually will run from July 24th to August 1st. So on the first day, which is July 24th, if you spend $60 or more, you get the Love's Journey palette for free. On the 25th, the palettes, cream shadows, blushes, highlighters, lip creams, lip toppers, brow palettes. Oh, so the brow palettes. Cream blushes, cream highlighters, cream bronzers, and brushes are all going to be 40% off. That is a steal. So if you were interested in any of those things, you get them at 40% off, which is amazing. On the 26th, if you spend more than $60, you'll get a free mystery bag. Also could potentially be a steal. The 27th, if you spend more than $60, you'll get the Heaven on Earth palette for free. On the 28th, if you spend more than $40, you'll receive $20 worth of free products. If you spend $60 or more, you'll get $50 worth of free products. And if you spend $100, you'll get $100 worth of free product. So not bad. On the 29th, if you spend $35 or more, you will get the Raspberry Kiss palette for free. And on the 30th, for every $50 you spend, you'll get a $25 store credit. And on the 31st, all of their single shadows are going to be 40% off. So definitely take a look, make your list, be prepared, because that's going to be a good sale. If you are interested in any single shadows, check out my girl Cara from Beauty in the Fridge. She's a huge Sydney Grace singles collection. I tend to stick to palettes. I'm not a build your own palette kind of girl. I don't have that kind of creativity in me, but Cara does. So check out Beauty in the Fridge and see what singles she has. She also has a ton of swatches on her channel, so you might want to see if there's specific shades that call to you. Okay, next up, Glamlite has a new collection coming. This is Ghost Face and Glamlite. This is Scream, right? I think so. I have never watched scary movies. I cannot watch scary movies, so I don't understand this. I don't understand the hype of it. I don't feel any specific connection to it because I'm just not a scary horror movie kind of gal. What I want to talk about, though, is why this cadence, Glamlite. We have a new palette every week now. Y'all just released Rick and Morty, which came out like a week after Scooby-Doo, which had like a day and a half to breathe. So why this pace? It feels very Colourpop, and somebody commented and said it's like Hip Dot and Colourpop had a baby, because all Glamlite does is collabs, and the cadence in which these collabs are being released are very Colourpop lifestyle. So I agree. I think it's too much. Like the Rick and Morty palette hasn't even been out for that long, which I think it does such a disservice to these palettes because they don't have time to breathe and shine, because before the hype even settles, it's like, oh, and we have this other new thing, and it's like, oh, look at this other new shiny object. Like, give us a break. Oh, and the Hershey's Kisses, that just launched. Like, come on. You see, Hershey's Kisses, Rick and Morty, and Scooby-Doo all came out within, what, a 2-month timeline? No. That pace not right. That pace don't make sense. It does not make sense. It's too much. Y'all gotta slow it down, man. I mean, I'm saying this, but it's y'all business. Do what you want. But it is overwhelming how much they have released in such a short period of time. Okay, a couple other things, like 2-3 things that I want to end on, and then we're good to go. So LYS, I did not notice this until just right now. They are releasing a finish setting spray. What the hell is a finish setting spray? Oh, natural finish. I didn't read it first. Wait. So they're releasing a natural finish setting spray. It says that it will blur, mattify, and set. So it's not a natural finish, it's a mattifying spray. We'll see if it actually does mattify the skin though. This does interest me, and LYS typically has a very affordable price point, so I am interested in this. Not at full price, but eventually. I have so many setting sprays, and I am pretty tied to my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. and in some ways do one size, which kind of feels like I'm spraying my face with hairspray, so I don't like it too much. But yeah, I'm set on setting spray, so I don't really want to test it, but I do want to use some up. I think I talked about this last time, but if I didn't, Fenty Cosmetics, they are releasing a new palette. It's called the Fighter palette. I did receive this in PR. It's going to be available on the 20th at noon Eastern Standard Time. I do have a first impressions video up on my channel for this, so make sure you check it out if you are interested in picking it up. It is stunning. It's absolutely amazing. It's their first neutral palette, so if it's worth taking a look if you're interested in neutral palettes. In addition to the palette, they are also releasing a new fragrance to their line, which is very cozy marshmallow cocoa butter vibes. If you are a black woman, you know what I mean by cocoa butter. It smells like cocoa butter. That Queen Helen lotion that brings back all the memories, it smells like cocoa butter. So if you want that kind of nostalgia, you might actually like the fragrance. It looked like Patrick Ta has some lip creams. They're probably overpriced, but yeah, good for him. That sounded very condescending, and I did not mean it like that at all. So, but I'm not interested in it. And the last thing that I want to talk about for this video is Beaute Bar is doing a new release, or a re-release of their Sun and Sea palette. I believe that they have upgraded their matte formula and may have made some upgrades to their multi-chromes and duochromes as well. So I think that the price of this is going to be $62. The Beaute Bar brand is pretty pricey, in my opinion, but I believe it is handmade. So yeah, so it says that this is handmade. So I'm willing to, give this a try. I did pick up one palette from the brand. It's their Celestial Garden palette that I believe is a collab with M. Jones. Because I really want to get into graphic liner, and this is the first palette that I saw that had the shimmers, mattes, and graphic liner in one palette, so I want to give it a try. I'm trying to get a little bit more adventurous and creative with my eyeshadow look, so that's the plan for me. But yeah, I'm interested in trying more from Beaute Bar, but I need to go slowly with that brand because their pricing is a bit much. All right, let me move back into the middle. All right, so the sun has started to set. It is getting dark, and I am shining like the sun. Yep, so that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my thoughts on the new releases and all of the products that will be dropping soon or have already dropped. Let me know down in the comments below how you feel about all of these new releases. I specifically want to know your thoughts on the new Pat McGrath Mothership. Are you picking it up? Yes, no, if yes or no, why or why not? Leave all of that in the comments. I really want to hear how you feel about the release. Do you feel like it's doing too much or not enough? And that's it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much more than you know, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!